Hi everyone, welcome to Chef Shelly's Kitchen. I really do enjoy eating coleslaw. Coleslaw with a good chicken hot dog, because I don't do beef, or a vegetarian burger or turkey burger. I mean, it's wonderful. But it doesn't always have kind of some of the nutrients. It's usually high in sugar and, you know, lots of mayonnaise and cabbage. I love cabbage, but like a whole thing of cabbage is really not that nutritious. So I came across a recipe and I've decided to kind of, as I always do, make it my own. But it has some of the very basic ingredients, and I'm just going to show you how I think if you enhance it with a few things, you can make this great coleslaw. So let me tell you about just kind of the main ingredients. So typically, obviously, when you're looking at making coleslaw, you've got cabbage and you cut it up, finely cut it up, and then you usually have some carrot sticks. And then people add a lot of other things. Some will add purple cabbage, so all kinds of different things. Well, in the stores now, they have what's called like broccoli slaw. And what they've done is they've taken broccoli and they've cut that up, the stems of it. And so you're basically eating the stems, and then they mix it with cabbage and carrots. And it comes out to be this kind of a mixture. This is how it looks, okay? So what I've done is I've taken a half a bag of that, and they're not very big. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more of cabbage that I've cut up, and I want a little bit more of the carrots, okay? So again, making this a lot more nutritious, being that it's broccoli, not totally, you know, dependent upon the cabbage, but certainly adding some cabbage into it. I've made some other substitutions as well. First of all, I'm going to be making kind of the dressing mix here in a second. And this is actually an olive oil mayonnaise dressing, so much better for you than your traditional dressing. I have lemon juice, and I definitely prefer or recommend that you use freshly squeezed lemon. When you buy the store-bought lemon juice, the taste is a little bit too tart. Excuse me. So you want to be able to get just freshly squeezed lemon. And then I'm using white wine vinegar. I've got salt and pepper here, and then here, that's going to be one of those things. I'm going to put in a minimum amount, but if you like it a little saltier, a little bit more pepper, guess what? You just add a little bit more, okay? I always tell people to make it their own. Now, the other big thing is sugar, right? So normally, well, coleslaw is almost like a quarter of a cup or sometimes a half a cup of sugar. That's a lot of sugar. What I have here is actually a sweetener alternative. So I'm using monk fruit. So again, those that are particularly on a keto diet, they know sugar alternatives. Now, I'm not talking about artificial sweetener. I don't use those. But things like stevia, monk fruit, that's basically what we're using here. So it brings down the glycemic index, it brings down the carb count, it just makes it an overall healthier recipe. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add a little bit more of my cabbage here, and I will tell you that I'm not going to add all of it because I need to make sure I have enough sauce to cover it all, okay? So I may add a little bit more as I go. And you basically just kind of want to mix this ingredient up first, okay? So you've got your base with all of the vegetables here in the bowl mixed nicely together. And once we've done that, now we turn our attention to the sauce. So we're going to mix, this is my olive oil mayonnaise dressing, okay? So let's put this in the bowl. To that, I'm going to add, this is lemon juice mixed with white wine vinegar. And I'm going to add now my sweetener. And now I'm going to add my salt and pepper. Okay? So those are the basic ingredients for basically the dressing that coats the coleslaw. And, you know, I've made this already, and so I've had an opportunity to taste it, to tweak it. The first time I made it with the lemon juice, and oh gosh, it was so overpowering. I also had a little more lemon juice, so I cut down the lemon juice and then tried the fresh lemon juice, and what a world of difference. Okay, so you're basically going to have like a creamy kind of a sauce is what it looks like. It looks like it's a ranch dressing. That's about the texture of it. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to very simply take this mixture and we're pouring it over our slaw, our vegetables here that again we made healthier by getting the broccoli slaw and using that more as a base than using just cabbage. And you're just gonna mix it. I mean, it is that super simple. It's just perfect, perfect, perfect. Nice texture. Again, I've taken the time to work out kind of the kinks here to make sure it's the right amount of sauce. You don't want it too soupy, like that's not coleslaw. I don't know what that's called, but it should just dress it just enough. And this just makes a great portion. Again, I use half of the bag. That's what I would recommend. Then you can add a little bit of more carrots. Now, as I'm looking at this, I'm saying, okay, that's a nice coating. Let's go in and use the rest of the carrots. You can take that. And then let's go on and add the rest of our cabbage. Okay. So we'll move all this good stuff out of the way and just do one last kind of twirl here. And of course, as always, the measurements are below in the comment section. And so voila, we have a perfect summer coleslaw that has a healthier twist to it. I was so upset when Chick-fil-A took their coleslaw off the menu until I realized how many calories were in that coleslaw, and it was so good because it was so sweet. And so I understand now, but guess what? You can still make things at home and get some of the same taste. All right, so we are done. We've got our coleslaw here. What I will do in getting it ready for a party is put it in another bowl just so that it's got a great presentation. But here is your homemade, easy to make coleslaw. You saw basically with the base, I only used, it was actually it was 4 bowls, but 6 ingredients because I combined the lemon juice, the vinegar, and the salt and pepper. Super easy. So delicious, a healthier version. Remember, simple, delicious, healthier recipes for people on the go. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I come out with a new video every other week, hoping to make your life easier so you can make more meals at home and healthier at the same time. So I hope you enjoy this as much as we have. Bye.